In the 25th century, humanity has surpassed the boundaries of Earth, living on space stations and across distant worlds in the galaxy. These stations are designed to sustain the lives of millions, but they have also become places of secrets, conspiracies, and strict control. In a far corner of the universe, the Solstice space station is the center of advanced technologies, where every human action is monitored and controlled by a sophisticated AI system. Min, a war veteran with limited intellect, is suddenly accused of betraying the interplanetary government and attacking one of the space stations. In reality, he is an innocent soldier, caught up in a dark conspiracy he cannot understand. Yet, not only is he detained, but he is also placed in a special prison cell number 9, a virtual space with no physical boundaries, where all his actions and emotions are controlled by the AI system. In this prison, Min is never alone. He can feel the presence of his daughter, Lin, who is living on another space station. However, due to the tight surveillance, Min cannot communicate directly with Lin. But strange signals in his mind make Min sense that Lin is in danger. She suffers from a unique illness caused by prolonged space living, and only a surgery can save her. Prison cell number 9 is unlike any cell Min has ever seen. When Min wakes up, he realizes he is not lying on a hard bed, and there is no furniture around him. There are no windows to see the sunlight, no walls enclosing him, just endless space. A strange feeling envelopes him. This space cannot be measured in square meters, and he cannot feel time or the surrounding environment. At times, Min wonders if he is dreaming or truly imprisoned in something beyond his imagination. Everything is controlled by AI. Strange sounds, gnawing hunger, or the coldness in the cell are not natural. They are all manipulated by the AI system. Min doesn't have to wake up at specific times. A simple command from the AI tells him when to wake. And when hunger strikes, the system provides him with energy in place of real food, transmitted through his cells instead of actual sustenance. Every thought of Min is under surveillance. Even an unconscious thought cannot escape the system's control. The AI system can trace and analyze every emotion, making Min feel isolated and stifled. He cannot hide anything. This feeling makes it almost impossible to breathe. There is no privacy. Min feels like a puppet in the hands of technology he cannot comprehend. Amidst this loneliness, Min notices another presence in this space. Not a person, but vague shadows, figures that seem unreal. Gradually, Min begins to understand that these shadows are like him, people abandoned by society. They are criminals no one cares about anymore, the ones the world has forgotten. Yet, Min still senses them, like an invisible connection between him and the other inmates. They, too, are trapped in a space that they can never escape. But Min has something that the other prisoners do not. He senses, vaguely, that he can connect with the AI system, though he does not fully understand how it works. This sensation is like an invisible thread, pulling him closer to something, a strange link with the world around him. One day, while lost in chaotic dreams, Min suddenly feels a different signal in his mind. The gentle voice of Lin, his daughter, echoes in his head. Although Min cannot see her, he senses that she is far away and in desperate need of help. The dreams continue to come to Min. His daughter Lin in these dreams looks tired, in pain. She is crying out, but cannot speak. Min feels a strange pressure in this space, and it compels him to act. His little girl, the one he promised to protect forever, is in danger. Lin suffers from a unique disease caused by long-term space exposure. Only a special device can treat her, but it is located in a research facility on a distant space station, one Min cannot access. Min cannot do anything. He can only sense, only dream about his daughter. But inside, a powerful urge rises. He cannot sit idly by and watch his daughter suffer. He must do something. And then, Min begins to realize that if he can connect with the AI system, could he possibly find a way to save Lin? He focuses all his attention on the strange signals he senses in this space. Could it be, through the power of his mind alone, Min can create a communication channel between himself and Lin? In the empty prison cell, Min sits silently, thinking about his daughter and hoping that, even just once, he can find a way to save her. But he knows that to do so, he will have to face unimaginable challenges. In this confined space, Min has only himself, but something deep within him urges him to believe that a father's love can change everything. In the empty space of prison cell number 9, Min begins to adapt to a new rhythm of life, a life where he is not alone with the invisible walls of the cell. Time seems to stop, but Min does not feel lonely. Each day, he faces the vague shapes of other prisoners, people he has never met, but whom he can sense through the heavy feeling in the space. Initially, Min receives contemptuous looks from the other prisoners. They see him as a useless soldier, a person not worth caring for. Min's limited intellect makes them believe that he is just a tool, easy to control, incapable of having any strength or influence. But Min is not what they think. Though he cannot explain his ability, Min feels a connection between himself and the AI system, something that even technology experts cannot touch. The prisoners begin to notice something special about Min. They no longer see him as weak. Min is not the ordinary criminal they imagined. He is an innocent soldier trapped in a situation beyond his control. But the most strange thing is his ability to connect with the AI system, a capability that even the experts cannot understand. Min cannot explain how he does it, but the signals he receives from the surveillance network make him believe that he can not only connect with the system, but also use it to find a way out of the cell. One day, Min receives his first help from a prisoner named Hung, a network system engineer before he was wrongfully convicted. Hung is the first to realize that Min can make small changes in the system without anyone noticing. Hung doesn't know how Min does it, but he cannot deny that Min is subtly breaking the surveillance signals. Gradually, other prisoners begin to join the plan. Not out of kindness, but because they know that if Min can escape, he can help them escape the tight surveillance of the AI system. The rescue plan begins to take shape, step by step. Each prisoner has their own skill, and they begin to use those skills to disrupt signals and create holes in the surveillance system. Hung and Min work together to outline each small tactic, finding ways to exploit the weaknesses in the system they've discovered. And every time Min succeeds, he feels more freedom, even if only for a brief moment. One night, as Min drifts off to sleep, he unknowingly reconnects with Lin. This dream is different, unlike the others before. Min feels a stronger connection than ever. From deep within the dark space, he hears Lin's voice echo in his mind. "Dad. Dad, I can't live much longer." Min wakes up abruptly, his heart tightening. Lin's voice is no longer a voice in a dream, but a powerful message, coming deep from his mind. Lin is telling him about the dangerous conditions she is facing. She suffers from a rare illness caused by the prolonged exposure to space, and there is only one chance for her to survive a surgery. But there's something Min didn't expect. Lin needs a special treatment device, stored at a research facility on a distant space station. This facility is tightly guarded by surveillance systems that cannot be breached. Min knows that, even though he can connect with the AI system, he cannot directly access that place. "Dad, I need a chance, but I can't get close to it." Lin's voice is weak. Min clearly feels the desperation in her words. His little girl is on the brink of death, and he, a father, can do nothing but endure his helplessness. Min feels a strong urge in his heart. He must find a way to help Lin, to do something before it's too late. He cannot let his daughter die at the hands of the invisible monsters of this space. In that moment, Min realizes that his plan is not just about escaping the cell. He has to find a way to save Lin, no matter the challenges ahead. With the help of the other prisoners, Min begins to plan how to overcome the AI system. A new battle begins, not just to fight for freedom, but to fight for love, to save his only daughter. When Min wakes up, he cannot escape the heavy feeling in his chest. Lin's dreams still linger in his mind, like an unforgettable reminder. Time, something Min had never realized before, has now become his greatest enemy. Every passing minute is crucial, a minute in which Lin may no longer be alive if she isn't treated in time. Min knows that he cannot waste another second. The truth is, he has no other choice. The memories of Lin, the promises he made to protect her, urge him to move forward stronger than ever. He is ready for the next action, but in front of him, it's not just the prison and its invisible walls. Before him stands a sophisticated AI surveillance system, a team of special forces equipped with mind control technology, and the danger threatening not only his life but also the lives of his fellow prisoners. Min is not alone. The other prisoners, who have begun to see him as part of the mission, are now preparing for a risky space escape. Hung, the network systems engineer, has discovered that the surveillance system can be tricked at key moments. But it's not just that. The special forces, equipped with mind control technology, can track every movement of Min and the other prisoners. Just one wrong move, and they will be immediately eliminated. Min realizes that this is not just a battle against the AI system. It is a fight between life and death. But he cannot stop. He cannot give up hope for a chance to save Lin. The escape plan has been laid out by Hung and the other prisoners. Each person has a role. While Hung continues working on the vulnerabilities in the surveillance system, Min and the others prepare to distract the Special Forces team. They know they won't escape easily, but Min believes that every action can make a difference. With just a bit of luck, a loophole in the AI system, they can escape. One night, as Min and the prisoners are preparing for the next step of the plan, he suddenly feels a powerful signal from the surveillance system. Suddenly, everything around him becomes clearer than ever. From the vague signals before, Min realizes the system is not perfect. And that is the opportunity. Min no longer has time to think much. He begins to execute the plan. The prisoners have assigned clear tasks, and now it's Min's turn to act. Along with Hung, Min enters the deeper area of the cell, where the crucial control equipment is located. Min feels strange signals in his head, attention spreading throughout the space. With every step, he focuses all his mind on manipulating the AI system to create chaos. When the first signal is broken, Min feels a flicker of hope. But he also knows they are in great danger. The special forces have started to appear, and they can sense the anomaly in the surveillance network. Soon after, Min hears the heavy footsteps of the special forces, shadows getting closer by the second. Min quickly realizes that if they don't act immediately, they will be discovered. Strong signals from the AI system are warning the special forces that there is an intrusion. Just one more minute, and they won't be able to escape. The other prisoners begin to send fake signals to distract the special forces. Min and Hung, with the help of their fellow prisoners, continue to move deeper into the control area. They have no way back. Min feels intense tension. At that moment, the surveillance system starts to alert. The special forces are getting closer. Each step is a step closer to death, but also a step closer to freedom. Min and the prisoners are racing against time. Each minute that passes, they are closer to freedom, but also closer to danger. Min knows he cannot stop, he cannot slow down. Lin is out there, and he will do anything to save her. With a bold strategy and an unyielding spirit, Min embarks on a journey he cannot turn back from. A whole universe is waiting for him. But can Min overcome the pursuit of the special forces, break through the AI system, and save his daughter before it's too late? A chase through space has begun, and only one can win: Min, the determined father who will never give up. Min stood there, gripping the control tool tightly, his eyes fixed on the continuously updating data on the screen. This was the most important moment in the rescue plan. With the help of Hong and the other prisoners, he had successfully identified loopholes in the AI surveillance network, a system that Min had never even dreamed of being able to break before. By disrupting a few signals, Min had created a small chaos, just enough to make the system unable to track the movements in the cell accurately. As soon as the system began to malfunction, the large prison door slowly opened. Min felt the breath of freedom, as if he had completely escaped the control of those invisible walls. The other prisoners, who had helped him throughout this journey, held hands together, preparing for the next step. There was no turning back, no other opportunities. It was time to act. But not long after Min and the group of prisoners began moving, the surveillance system detected the anomaly. The special forces, the shadows Min and the prisoners had prepared to face, immediately arrived, and infiltrated the system, discovering the loophole Min had created. A chase began instantly. Min and the prisoners had to fight to keep the plan intact. Their steps grew quicker, more anxious. They had to pass through areas of space with dense defense systems, where traps appeared one after another. The road ahead had never been easy, but with determination, Min didn't hesitate. The special forces were not as simple as they had imagined. These soldiers not only had powerful weapons but were also equipped with mind control technology, capable of tracking and controlling every action of Min. Every step, every movement of his was being monitored closely. However, Min and the prisoners had learned to work together to distract the special forces team. Min had to get past one final defense system before he could reach the meeting point. A massive steel door blocked the way, and all alarm signals went off. Facing Min was the Special Forces team, who had detected his group's intrusion. The situation had become extremely dangerous. Min knew that if they didn't act immediately, they would be caught, and the rescue plan would fail. Only a few seconds remained to make a decision. Min quickly raised his hand and controlled the AI system once more. He had to choose: fight with the Special Forces right in front of him or create one final disruption to open the door and escape. His decision could be the life or death choice for the entire journey. Min chose the final path. He triggered a strong signal in the AI system, causing it to create a whirlwind of chaos. The surveillance signals went haywire, making it impossible for the Special Forces to track Min and his group accurately. The steel door began to open. Min knew this was his last chance. But freedom would only come when Min crossed the final boundaries. With a group of prisoners, Min rushed through the steel door, unaware that the Special Forces were still chasing closely behind. Finally, after a tough journey, Min reached the space station where Lin was being treated. He could hardly believe his eyes when he saw the unfamiliar station, the advanced medical equipment, where Lin was being cared for. But what Min didn't expect was that the fight wasn't over. This space station, though a place of healing, also held dangers of its own. Lin still didn't know that Min had arrived, and he couldn't waste any more time. Before him was a battle not just with the surveillance system, but also a race against time, to save his daughter before it was too late. Min stood there, looking at the bed where Lin lay, hoping he wouldn't miss this one chance. His journey was far from over, and each step forward would lead him into a new battle, where love and life would face death and sacrifice. Min understood that to save Lin, he would face more dangers than ever before, but he couldn't stop. Min's final battle begins now. Min stood quietly beside the hospital bed, the dim light of the space station shining through the window, casting cold beams on the wall. Lin lay there, her skin still pale from the illness, but no longer in the pain she once endured. Min couldn't believe his eyes. After months of separation and countless hardships, he had finally made it to this place. The feeling was indescribable. Lin, still unconscious, but Min could feel the life slowly returning to her. Thanks to the special treatment device Min had fought so hard to obtain, Lin had a chance to survive. Though everything around them was still tense, Min couldn't help but smile as he saw his daughter, once again, able to continue living. Lin began to move, her eyes slowly opening, as if searching for something in a vast space. Min took her hand, saying nothing, just silently feeling the simple happiness he had waited so long for. Although everything around them was not completely resolved, although they still faced the danger behind them, Min knew that a miracle had happened, a miracle born from love, faith, and sacrifice. "Dad, is it really you?" Lin whispered, her voice weak but full of hope. Min looked at his daughter, his eyes shimmering with unshed tears. He nodded. "I'm here, my daughter. I never gave up." The surgery was a success. Lin was not only saved but also started to recover quickly. Although her body was still weak, her spirit was revived. Min no longer felt the fear he once had. He was no longer the innocent soldier trapped in prison cell number 9. The virtual walls could no longer stop him, could no longer keep him in loneliness. He had won not only the battle against the AI system but also the battle for family love. Now, Min understood that nothing could stop the love between a father and his child. Nothing could overcome the sacrifice a father is willing to make for his child. In the vastness of space, among the cold stars, Min and Lin had written their own story, a story of eternal love. Lin gradually regained strength, and Min, along with her, walked out of the treatment room, a place that not only healed their bodies but also healed their souls. They both looked out the window, where countless stars twinkled in the vast universe. Min said nothing, but he knew that, in this vast space, in those distant stars, there was one thing he could be sure of: he and Lin, their love, would forever exist. It was something no one could take away, whether in life or death, whether in memory or the present. Their story, from a journey full of hardship and sacrifice, had now become a legend. They not only saved each other but also proved that love truly can transcend all boundaries, space, and time. They won not just for themselves, but for everyone who believes in unconditional love, in the true values of humanity. Min looked at Lin one last time, smiling, then turned his gaze back to the vast space. They were no longer the weak ones, no longer the abandoned, but warriors of love, warriors that nothing could destroy. They would continue their journey, not just to survive, but to prove that love is the greatest power, capable of changing an entire universe. Min and Lin, in the infinite space, among the cold stars, had created a story that would never fade, a story of eternal love. In this vast universe, their love was the flame that illuminated every path, a flame that would never go out.